Hi, my name is Thormeier, and this is the Ask Finty show. No, I'm kidding. This is actually my weekly report. I thought because the impact report, I'm now doing a monthly thing instead of the weekly thing. So instead, I'm now planning to do a weekly YouTube video where we'll just talk about the things I did and that happened and stuff. So yeah, we see how it goes. I like that it's more free. I have more room for changing up stuff. Yeah, but I'm just going to see how it goes. Maybe I will change it up. This is actually my very first take, so let's see if we can make this one work. Would really like it. I have a short list of what I want to talk about, and I'm going to go through it. So why the weekly report? Yeah, just to supplement the impact report I was doing weekly, so that one's going to be a monthly thing, and now I'm planning to do this as a weekly thing. So the very first thing that happened in the week was I had a meetup with the local effective altruism group here in Heidelberg. For those people who don't know, effective altruism basically is just a way to or a specific kind of philanthropy where you try to see where the donated money has the biggest impact. You can read about it somewhere else. I can put a link in the descriptions. I don't want to go too deep into that, but the reason why I wanted to do that is just to meet some people, see if we can exchange a few ideas, also because I'm very intrigued by this idea and I'm definitely inspired by it in a way for my blog. The local group wasn't very established. They didn't do much yet. We were, I think, 6 people or 7. I'm not sure right now. At the meeting. We want to have another meetup and maybe see if we can make some things work. So nothing concrete right now with that. The second thing is that I finished up my new about page this week, and you should check it out. Because if you want to learn something about me I never talk about, that is the place. I get very personal, I get very intimate, I share things that I don't usually share, or I think never shared before, which can be interesting. It's quite long, but I think it's necessary to be quite long so people understand where I'm coming from and they understand better where I want to go. And I also really hope that this side answers the question of in what way I want to change the world and what I want to exactly do. So if you're wondering that, you should go there immediately. Like, I will also link it in the description, the page. Tell me what you think, if you have any questions left after reading it, because then I will have to rework it. So the next thing is this week there was introduced a new feature in Instagram, and the people of you who follow me on Instagram already saw that. The people who don't follow me, you should definitely, even if you fucking hate Instagram because that's only for little girls. First thing, it's not anymore. It was a few years ago. It's not anymore. And second of all, because you miss out on a lot of good stuff. The feature basically was that you can tag your location and then people can search for the location and then they find stories based on that location. So I played around a bit with that. Actually, I randomly offered to help anyone who wanted. Like around 500 people overall saw that, but nobody wanted to take me up on that offer. Maybe because I'm a fucking stranger. Maybe I try it again, but I think I will just over time do it a little bit so people can find me in Heidelberg, so I get a bit of attention for that. I get wow, that was a quick blackout, or how do you call it? Whatever. We can just continue. So I might actually cut that. I might actually not. Yeah, so I might actually do that over time a bit to get some attention. Of course, that is not scalable because I can only tag my location and I can't go anywhere else. But there are quite a lot of people in Heidelberg, so I can do it for quite a while. The second thing is that maybe some people saw that there was a Q&A that Gary Vaynerchuk did, and he asked for someone who do some research for him on Q&A, and I tried to be that person, but didn't work out. But anyway, was worth a try. And also I tried one promotion, like on Instagram, if you have a professional account, you can promote certain posts, and I invested $1 whole in it, and I got around 300 views because of that. So 300 people viewed my post because of the €1, and I got 1 like because of that. So out of 300, 1 person liked, and I got zero clicks out of that. So yeah, I mean, I have to do it more to get really data on it if it's worth it, and also play around with the posts I do it. But I think I will wait a bit on that as until I have some cash flow. So the next thing is, if you read the report, or you can just scroll down a bit in the report, you will see that the new followers slowed down quite a bit, like only 3 new blog subscribers, and I think like around 5 or something, I will have to update it later, Instagram followers. The 2 things for the blog, I really didn't focus on it that much because I'm not posting anything besides the impact reports right now, and I'm not contacting anyone. But the 3 people who subbed are actually very interested in it, and 2 of the people I don't know personally, but now I'm in contact with them, so that's very interesting because that's also a different trend. The first like 100 what I did in the challenge were basically all people I knew personally, so it's very interesting to now see people organically find that blog and contacting me because of that. It's also very they are more engaging, and the feedback is much more valuable, I think, and so that's interesting, but I didn't focus on it. Instagram, the thing is, even though it basically didn't move like the followers, what you didn't see is that I still get around 10 new followers every day, but I also lose 10 followers every day, so it cancels each other out. That's what I talked about earlier or in a story. So another reason you should follow me on Instagram is because they are like marketers and companies who do the follow unfollow strategy that I also talked about, and so they are now unfollowing again. But I really think, even though it didn't change much, I believe the quality of my followers increased, because all the people now leaving are people who don't care about my content anyway. So it's, if I get more people and they unsubscribe and I get more over time, the people that follow me will be like people who are actually interested in what I do. So that's good, I think. Also, I really focus now more on quality instead of quantity. I stopped botting. I stopped using some third-party software to follow people or to like certain posts, because I think that that kind of thing is working. If you want to get followers quickly and don't care about who they are, then you should do it. But I really want to build something more something more concrete. I don't know how to say it, but I really would love if people engage with my content instead of just having a big number there. So that's also happening. Then also, very interesting, I also talked about it in one story, that through the blog I met an American guy who is studying politics and is also doing YouTube stuff. Very interesting guy and very awesome guy. And he said he would like to write a blog post for me, so this is actually happening, which will come, I don't know when it's finished, but I will publish it then, where he just talks about what he's doing and in what way he wants to have an impact. And yeah, he talks about his story. Very interesting, I think. Want to do it more. I also have a personal friend of myself writing a blog post where he talks about what he's doing to make the world a better place, and I would really like to expand on this idea. So that's then the next thing. I started working on the resource page. This is hopefully the last thing I need to do. Then the website is finished, or at least so far, and I think I would be happy with that. How it would turn out. So I first wanted to have a resource page like any others. If you are in this blogging sphere, like you will see a list of just tools, which are usually apps or programs, software that they use, or services like a hosting service, whatever, and they just have a list of that, and you can go there and use. And I first wanted to do something like that too, where I just list what programs I use, what tools I use, what books I read and stuff. But as I was working on it, I realized that that's kinda missing the point, because I don't think that there is a single book or a single tool that you can just use and suddenly you become, I don't know, successful or make a lot of money or start caring about the world. Yeah, because I really think it's about the mindset. And so what I instead want to do is just have probably 3 mindset I believe personally that are very important to have to become successful. It's obviously my opinion, because I can't prove it because I'm not successful, but that's the point. Like, I want to say it beforehand and then I actually do it, and then you can look back and then I can say, look, I told you, and this is why it actually works. So that's the master plan, kinda. So it only reflects my personal opinion. I also will put a few tools that I use in there, because I think that is what people want, because people really hope that they can just do this one thing and suddenly everything changes. But yeah, I will do both, but I will focus on the mindset kind of thing. So that's currently in progress. Hopefully will get done tomorrow or the day after that. Yeah. So what's coming next? This is the same I'm gonna write about in the report. Like the platform Medium, if some of you heard of that, it's basically like where people can just publish posts. Like, it's basically one big blog where everyone can post anything. And they released a new feature called Medium Series, and it's kind of like at least that's how I think about it, the Instagram stories for writing. Like, you can just, it's not a finished article, you just put a new page with a little bit of text whenever you feel like it. So you can do it every hour, you can do it every day, like a page once a day or whatever. And also it doesn't get deleted. So like Instagram stories who are only there for 24 hours, this is there forever. So I think it's a very interesting platform for the things I want to do, which is document my story. So it will get like continually updated, and if someone comes back to it later, they can really read what I went through from start to where I'm now, step by step. Would be a different style, would be more writing, storytelling, like quotes, not so many visuals, but yeah, I will look into it more and see if that's something I want to do. It's also very new, so I don't know how viable it is, but I will try that out. And the second thing, and I think the last thing for this video, is that I got in contact with a guy on Instagram who is a board member of a non-profit called Pioneer Garage, and it's a organization of the university in Karlsruhe, the KIT, where they basically help young entrepreneurs or startups to really get started, to get some feedback, to help with certain things. Like they already have a handful of startups who are successful. So yeah, got in contact with that guy. Would love to go on Tuesday. They have a founders meetup where two of the founders of a successful startup that started there in the Pionier Garage, yeah, introduced themselves and what they've learned and stuff. And yeah, I think that is very interesting. And then also obviously the networking aspect. I can meet some people and just basically check it out if that's something I want to make use of in the future. I think that's about it, and this is actually the first take, so I'm very happy about that. And that's why I won't cut out the one blackout in the middle. We'll keep it in. And that's about it, guys. I would love if you tell me, no, not I would love, I want you to tell me what you think about this format, if you liked it, if it was too long, too short, if you want different things, if I should do other stuff. If weekly is fine or more often, I don't think there's too much, because for that you can follow my Instagram stories. And yeah, that's Finn signing out. Peace.